Burette, used to precisely dispense a measurable volume of titrant into an analyte solution in a titration, until the end point of the reaction is reached. The right hand is used to swirl the flask, while the left hand controls the stopcock from behind the burette. Rotate the stopcock with your thumb, pointer, and middle fingers. This allows better control for delivering partial drops. Check to see if the burette is clean by rinsing with water and noting any beads on the walls. Make sure the stopcock is closed. Bring the burette down below eye level. Use a funnel to add small portions of titrant for rinsing. Wet all areas of the burette with your titrant by rotating horizontally and drain out through the stopcock. Drain all rinses completely. Repeat this 3 times to ensure all contaminants are out. Fill the burette above the 0 mark with your titrant. Pour with the burette below eye level. Pour slowly so the burette does not overflow. Remove the funnel after filling. Check for bubbles in the burette, especially in the tip. Bubbles will cause significant errors in volume. To remove any bubbles, quickly move the stopcock back and forth. Move the burette 0 mark to eye level to avoid parallax, and drain slowly to the 0 mark, or below. Remove any hanging drops from the tip of the burette by touching it to a clean glass surface. Any drops are considered delivered volume. Record the initial volume by using a card with a dark line. This helps darken the meniscus curve for better reading. Read it to 2 decimal places. Add 2 to 3 drops of indicator to your analyte. It is wise to do a rough titration to determine the relative volume needed to reach the end point. Place the flask under the burette on a white background. The color change will be more noticeable. Adjust the burette so the tip is inside your flask to avoid loss of titrant. Add the titrant rapidly at first, with constant swirling. As the endpoint approaches, the color will be more persistent. Slow the drops down to 1 per second. Touch the tip to the sides of the flask and wash the sides down with water so that all titrant that has been delivered has reacted. Slowly open the stopcock and allow a partial drop to form. A partial drop just covers the tip of the burette. Touch the tip and rinse until the endpoint is reached. Obtain a final reading. The volume titrated is the difference between the initial and final reading. The concentration of your analyte can now be calculated. Let's review the steps. Make sure the burette is clean. Rinse 3 times with small portions of titrant. Fill the burette with titrant to above the 0 mark. Remove any bubbles. Drain to 0 or below. Take initial reading. Add indicator to analyte. Titrate quickly at first, then drop per second. Touch tip and wash sides of flask. Add partial drops and wash sides until endpoint is reached. Take final reading. Calculate your concentration. Now you are ready to titrate.